Oh yeah, I should say hello. Hello.
Oh, there's one viewer.
Oh,
That's probably me.
I'm intrigued quickly. Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not Sexy Monkey, he's back! Okay, power balancing. We should really start with Cthulhu since he's kind of invincible.
What? Why me? Why can't we do the Phoenix first?
Well, because
Do
Phoenix
what?
is sort of already done, really.
Is it?
In your opinion.
What, you don't think the, what's it? Fire manipulation is dependent on life force?
That's alright, but one, how does he learn that?
I guess he kind of feels it, you know? Like,
Okay, I guess
the way
it
I
makes
kind
a
of
lot
imagine
sense.
it going is that he uses his fire to kill things, and then when he kind of dies due to it, kind of his life force decreases again, and he can kind of feel that it. He has a lot less source of fire to use, if that makes sense.
Right.
Well, that's the part I'm not sure on is the whole dies come back to life shtick.
You know, but it's limited,
Yeah,
and he
but
kind of
still.
uses that to his. I guess for the final battle for season 1, he uses it to basically kill himself to save the world. Okay.
Jesus Christ. This man's a bit of a dick, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
a nice
but
dick.
I don't want to know how you know
Not what I mean!
that.
I
It's
get that
what
I'm
you
binal,
said.
but that doesn't need to bring it into every freaking conversation. I mean, what else would you want my Phoenix to be power balanced on?
well, it's just, I don't know, the idea of him just being able to come back to life. Just, you know.
Yeah, no, but it's only for like 1 season.
But yeah, I'm not saying like, we're not trying to say what your character does or doesn't do. I'm just saying that for the first few deaths, there's going to be a lot less tension in them. I don't know, I
Okay.
can imagine the stakes being kept as if he doesn't really know how many times he can do it, so you never know if it's going to be his last or not. And that's basically the gist of your Phoenix person.
Basically. Did someone break a barrier block?
I just didn't know if Kyle had actually fall down it or not.
Ah,
It just proves that we're special. And this dragon guy. I know I'm bisexual, but I'm not giving out freebies to anyone.
What the fuck?
what?
Let's go back down then. Kyle, ladies
Okay.
first.
Whee!
Ladies first, Kyle.
Well, the lady already went first. What abilities does your dragon even have?
Scale.
Manipulate
Like,
scales he's in contact with.
yeah, and he can generate them, obviously. I kind of want to say he has the ability to generate electricity, but he can't control it. The only thing he can do with it is sort of manipulate his scales with it a little. Like, he can channel the lightning through them to kind of use them as whips, and to bring scales back to him.
Honest dragon guy doesn't sound like he needs too much balancing. One thing I feel like you might want to add that, I mean, we did discuss slightly, it's just like the whole shelling scales bit.
Oh, yeah, I definitely want to, like, your character could potentially use them as armor. And, like, if his scales ever get used to him, he can sort of use the electricity to bring the scales back to him.
Mike and you're going to be the victim of the power balancing talk.
Michael wants Cthulhu, so that
Yeah,
obviously means he should
Cthulhu
probably
can
get tentacle abilities, right?
Yeah, and Cthulhu can do mind control.
Yeah, but that's... You're
That
half
seems
human.
pretty strong, to be honest.
Yeah, that's too
And
overpowered.
oh, The thing is with mind control, it would mean that like anytime your guy fights humans, he's pretty strong, but
Mm.
he's not going to be that useful against monsters. So mind control seems a bit strong, that's what I'm saying. There'd have to be limits on how the mind control works.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna get someone to go and just be like, yeah, go kill yourself.
Well, that's the thing
I
with
could
mind
do
control.
that
You
with
very much
everybody.
could.
Yeah, I
I
know,
mean,
but
Yeah.
I mean,
Doctor
Right.
Who logic, survival instincts. But that's blood control, something completely different.
when I mean mind control, I just mean, as in, for instance, Popo shit. Just make them forget. So mind wipe instead of mind control.
Mm.
Okay, that is interesting, but
Kyle, stop making a wet mess.
so,
Ah.
Mr. Cthulhu,
Yeah.
so mind
Shudders,
control, you mean like being able to manipulate their memories?
Yes.
Being able to like control someone's memories sounds right. I feel like there need to be conditions on it more so,
Yeah.
like physical contact with the person, something like that.
Yeah, they at least have to touch them. Fuck.
I feel like there's a different sort of. It's like
Does that mean you take it from the
no.
behind?
My uncle's basement.
Twins!
Twins! What does that mean? Dad's mum is Monkey's uncle.
Well, technically, I'm sorting my brother's basement right now.
If he's manipulating someone's memory, do they know about it?
No.
I mean, like during, they wouldn't know
Oh.
after, but during.
During, yeah, but afterwards, after he's finished with them, then no, they'd forget it had ever happened. If I'm gonna be part Cthulhu, part human, do I get the wings as well?
It might be a bit too OP, and I feel like we're trying to limit the two abilities. We haven't really made anything explicit, but it just seems to be how it's going. There's probably a limit to like how many tentacles he can generate, right? And the tentacles are probably fairly durable, but they're not indestructible.
I think Cthulhu needs 7 lovers. Why?
I need at least one.
Yeah. All those tentacles. So he has memory replacement and tentacles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Phoenix guy, how many lives? It'll probably either be 10 or below. I think I originally
10
was
seems
going to make
very
it 6.
6 still seems like a lot.
A lot? Really? What's the next step after you sort out the characters?
World building will have a pretty big impact on what can happen. He's back.
Beep boop, I'm back. I really thought I said beep boop, I'm black. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I'm inside of Kyle.
I-
Hold on a minute. What actually causes the MCs to wake up? Because you didn't actually like finalize that.
The original idea
sort
I
of
had
shows
in
up.
mind is that the lab's somewhat destroyed or whatever, and a shadow monster comes in, and I want to say some sensor goes off because of this, which force awakens the mythological half-breeds, and the Phoenix guys, they're like the first one to kind of get out or something, and the Shadow Dude
We get
just like
smoked.
kills the Phoenix, which causes the Phoenix to resurrect, which causes a massive flame, which kills the Shadow Monster.
If it's just one creature that breaks in, which it sounds like it would be, if it just gets killed off, I feel like that's a little sad. I feel like it'd be interesting if they get chased out.
Can the Shadow creatures sense each other?
Probably. Why?
Could they also sense when one each other dies?
That'd be interesting, so I'd say so, yeah.
Because that would make the whole Phoenix kills a Shadow even more dangerous, because then it could call in like an army of shadows, because they haven't been killed off in
No,
ages.
I like that.
Can't wait to start editing this.
Have fun.
No, I will do. I'll just make you two look like twats.
Wow, you're so kind, and you're the
Yeah.
one who wants to make a show out of us.
Yeah, I only found out the other day that twat is for like female part.
Yes, it means they're funny.
Michael said that like 10 years ago, my man.
I know,
Twat
but
means funny, and so does
because
cunt.
me and my dad only thought it meant idiot, and so my nephew started using it at school. And like we
Oh
had
dear.
no clue it meant that.
Twat and cunt mean funny.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know that mainly because of Michael, I think.
Oh, why, thank you. Blame it on me.
Well, it was either you or
Well,
the
you are kind of the
internet, so-
gangster.
I'm not a gangster.
I know, a very
What?
bad gangster.
What bullshit is going on in your head to think I'm a gangster?
You do drugs.
Wow. Thanks for outing me out.
He did do drugs. He's over right now.
Well, well, at this point,
He's questioning on going back.
I already am there.
Oh.
Fair enough.
I feel like our next stream, as Dart pointed out, should be figuring out the, I guess, relationships between our three characters. 4.
I did not mean to do that.
It could be, but I feel like there's a little bit more questions I would like
Like?
answered. Well, top of the head is, so obviously the humans are creating these half-breeds. So how do the humans know that the shadow people are coming? Is it...
I thought they'd been attacked already. That's my old big idea, anyway.
Kind of don't like that because that implies that the humans have managed to drive back the half-breeds for a while. Not the half-breeds, the shadow monsters, sorry about that. Then, you know... I mean, maybe you could argue it was like a scouting party that humanity dealt with.
I know it's kind of cliche, but like, the whole somewhat idea of humanity is just too dumb-brained that when they find some kind of ancient door, they decide to open it. And then
And
out
maybe
come the
I would
shadows.
instantly release the shadow people, and that wouldn't go well. And well, the one thing I thought of is we're saying like the shadow monsters waited until like a lot of the other mythology stuff were dead before they attacked, right?
Yeah.
So maybe humanity's quite literally warned by one of the last mythology things to die. And isn't that kind of
I
fucking
thought-
sick? Like imagine being warned of a threat by a dying god who then, well, proceeds to fucking die.
Honestly, I imagined it as we have today's society, gods and all that are kind of going out the door. There's no proof of any deities. And then in
So you're
our
imagining
world,
they're dying by not being believed in enough.
well, no. Like, there's no evidence, just no evidence. So the power of science basically rules out gods existing. So now we have a society like ours where gods don't exist. And then some random dude makes a discovery which proves that mythology does exist. Like bones or something.
Okay, that's really just not helpful. I think you kind of got a bounce. But yeah, my point is, I thought there's a few more questions to be worked on, and then talking a bit more about how it starts, I feel like would be good, because you know that would kind of define their relationships.
Yeah.
So not just gonna like spawn in having relationships, are they?
Nope. They're probably not going to remember each other.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be like a subconscious amount of trust.
I mean, maybe, but like, I feel like that's kind of a mute point because
And
you
I
know
know
they're
it's
gonna.
also another thing that you don't really care about, but we should really think about character names.
I mean, yeah.
For my, like, an actual name, the only character name that I've got down for my Phoenix guy is Blaine.
And another key point is if they don't, actually remember anything, they're not going to remember their own names either. And they're also not going to be able to read. So, even if their names are there, they're not going to be able to learn them. So unless they're addressed properly by name somehow else, they're not even going to know their own names. So they might end up giving themselves their own name, which means that their name might reflect their personality or something important that happens to them.
Mm.
Like, a bit of an old example, but Rocket Raccoon in
He's called
Guardians of the
Rocket
Galaxy
because,
3, because he wants to build a rocket to get them off the planet, doesn't he?
Mm. So I need to
Something
figure out
like
what
that.
Blaine means, because I really do want my Phoenix guy to be called Blaine.
But yeah.
And we
Things
haven't
to
even
work on.
discussed your character at all.
I mean, we're talking about power balancing. How's the powerless schmuck coming up in power balancing?
I don't know.
The only way to talk about his power balancing, really, is to talk about what state the world's in, because that would affect what he can do.
Would
Because
he
as I
be able
said
to read
before,
since he's intelligent?
you don't know, he's not going to spawn in with that. They're all going to have no memory.
Mm.
And he's not going to spawn in Giga Brain, he's just going to learn stuff. He's going to be curious about it and learn about stuff.
Oh.
Like, if he sees a car, he might go, what's that? Go over, mess about, might end up being able to lift the bonnet up if he just finds a lever in the car that does it. Like, he just curious, mess around with stuff, learns. It's
you
not
okay, Michael?
infallible logic.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, so you're being
It's
very quiet.
Just trying to think.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah.
I'm just trying to think of a name,
He
to
is
be honest.
returned!
What, Monkey?
Monkey, yes.
Yeah, and as he returns, we're gonna go.
Ooh,
So,
Charles Monks.
yeah.
Any last words?
Nice having you, Mr. Monkey.
Indeed,
Yeah.
it has been.
The fog was also pretty cool.
Yeah. I was about to out his real name, but, I should probably keep that confidential.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah.
Anyhow, closing statements, gentlemen?
Toodaloo.
Damn.
Damn.
My brain's just dead, okay? I'll see you in the next one.